What's up, y'all? Welcome to the show. I'm Lemar. That's LJ, who took the week off, but we back. So what the hell we talking about today?
Well, first off, we're talking about my birthday. That's number one. All right. The second thing we're going to talk about is the New York Football Giants and how inept and how unlucky this team has turned out to be.
Man,
All right.
happy 47th birthday, man.
You're welcome. Anyway, like I was mentioning earlier, our rookie quarterback Kyle Laudetta just got arrested today off a traffic dispute that went like unbelievably crazy. You know, cops here in New Jersey, even state troopers, they don't just arrest you for anything.
Mm.
It's not really it's not really the thing that goes on here in New Jersey. This guy got into a cop told him to go a detour. A cop said go this way. You can't go that way. Go this way. This kid is going to talk back to the cop. I'm not doing this, and he's just going to keep going straight, almost hitting the cop with the car.
Wow.
So they arrested him for disorderly and attempting to hit a cop with a car. Now that's a serious felony right there.
Mm-hmm.
This is right after the Giants were just hinting that they may put him in.
Mm-hmm.
He was around a week or two away from being put in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm not sure how that's going to work out. He may still be put into the game
If he's not in jail, nah.
if he's not locked. But I think he's off on bail.
I'm sure he's out on bail. Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't think that he's our answer at the quarterback position. But if he is, what a way to. I really hope not. Like
what a way to start your career.
That's not how you want to start your career. But second token, just like you need to find a quarterback, and this guy's the only guy there. So right now we're 1-7. So we're looking to do the same thing the Raiders are doing.
Do you have a third string?
Alex Tanney, who's 31 years old, who's been in the league for a few years. I think he's thrown eight passes in his whole career.
At 31, jeez.
At 31, yes.
He must suck ass.
Yeah.
and plus, if he's behind Eli, how long was he behind Eli?
Just this year.
Oh, okay. Well, see, he definitely sucks ass. Because if he was just because he was behind Eli, then that would mean that wouldn't mean anything because Eli never gets hurt. So, but
we had David Carr for a few years. He was our backup. We had.
Y'all might want to look into Derek Carr now.
Well, Derek Carr. To be honest with you, what's he really doing out there in Oakland?
Well,
you could take it.
He's coming off an injury, and he's with a sort of dysfunctional organization. So, I think he can still play.
But that's the thing. Once you're on the field, you should be able to still throw fucking passes. You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't matter if you're tearing a team down around you on defense. You should still be able to do your job.
Yeah, I mean, there's really no too many excuses you can give him, but I think he's still got a chance to be really good. I mean, I saw what he was his first couple of years, so I don't think they just disappear. I can say if he just was one season, but he had at least 2 seasons where he was really good. And I don't know. Oakland, if Oakland gives him up, I think teams should definitely jump on it. But as far as your Giants quarterback situation, they might as well just let Eli keep starting out. If this guy, I mean, they'll probably, like you said, they'll probably still go to that guy. But what if that guy starts playing really well, but not good enough for y'all to make the playoffs? I mean, you know what I mean? He put y'all right in the middle where y'all don't get a good draft pick. You know what I mean? So y'all win like 4 games.
Sincerely doubt that. We don't have a Patty Mahomes on our team, so I sincerely doubt that he's going to do that.
Well, I doubt it too, but I mean, is it hard to believe that he could be better than Eli though? Because he could be better than Eli at this point, to where they could win 3, 4, 5 games throughout the rest of the season, and then all of a sudden you guys gonna have to trade up to try to get the best quarterback. You know what I mean?
Well, then that's why I don't want to start him. Eli wants to start. He said he wants to play. Then let him play. If you like, If I was him, I'd fake a knee injury like his brother did, or fake a neck injury.
Oh, he faked that neck injury.
Yeah, fake a neck injury just to not play.
Okay.
But
Um,
but yeah, there's a few teams that's going to need quarterbacks. Tampa Bay is another team that's going to need a quarterback
yeah,
because that quarterback out there, it's like
it ain't
he
working.
to be honest with you, he should be cut. Like he should just he's not a good
Well,
he's not good at football. He's not a good person, and he should be cut by end of the season. His career should be
well,
over. That's
well.
it.
They can't really cut him.
They can,
No. They can, but it's not gonna make financial sense until 2 more years, until after next season. So,
but that's the thing. Like you're gonna have to spend this money anyway. Just cut him, cut bait with him. You're not gonna use him anymore. Cut bait, find another quarterback. That's the only thing you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like keep him on the roster. Is just keep the roster spot for a guy who's not showing any improvement, not really that good. He's not good to be a starting quarterback in this league. So just cut bait with them. You're gonna have to take a loss. And that's a risk that goes with signing a number one pick.
yeah,
So take the loss and just move on. That's the only thing you can do.
yeah. Yeah, they going back to Fitzpatrick this week, so they're better off. They're better off. I mean, for the rest of this season, they're better. Unless I mean, then again, they're not better off because he's gonna win some games, and they're not gonna be in the running. So they're gonna have to probably try to trade up to get a quarterback. I mean, unless they're gonna just eat this year and next year and just wait. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they're not. But
They're trying to get David Carr.
right.
They're trying to get Derek Carr. There's a few teams that are in the Derek Carr sweepstakes. We're obviously one of them. I'm not sure why, but we're one of them. Well, I say we. I mean the Giants, Tampa Bay, Miami. What team were we just talking about? Jacksonville. All the Florida teams.
Jacksonville should definitely make a hard push for him because they're good enough right
To
now.
win a Super Bowl.
Right.
They went to win a Super Bowl
They
with a
they,
decent quarterback.
they need to give whatever it takes to get Derek Carr. Give the Raiders this first round pick and next year's first round pick. Because you're not. That's the only way you're gonna get a good quarterback. You know what I mean? And he's a huge upgrade for Blake Bortles. So just do it. Just go. Just do whatever it takes to get Blake Bortles. I mean, to get Derek Carr, and then just move on from there. But I mean, John Gruden said, "Oh, I'm not thinking about trading my quarterback." Blah, blah, blah. But you said that before about like Murray Cooper. So I'm like, all right, we'll see what happens. But yeah, they should all of a sudden, as soon as you get to close to mid season, now everybody's looking for now we see who needs a quarterback because we like just 2 weeks ago we was like, damn, I don't think the Giants need a quarterback. You know what I mean? Now all of a sudden Tampa, Miami, Jacksonville, they all realize that they don't have the guy.
You didn't really think that Tampa would need a quarterback because the quarterback is like only 24, 25 years old.
Right.
But he's already proven that he sucks.
Right.
Like he's proven that he does not belong in this league.
Right. He sucks as a human.
Yeah, he sucks as a human being. He doesn't belong in his league. Like he's he's not redeemable at this point. Just take your money. I hope he's doing real good with his money. Take his money. He's gonna be a backup somewhere.
But,
yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
But he's gonna probably be a backup somewhere. Take all that little bit of money that you have left. Like mature a little bit and try to see if you get a job, a real job. You ain't gonna get a job announcing because like nobody respects your opinion.
No.
You're not gonna get a job in football. Period.
Maybe in college or something. Maybe college football. Somebody will take him as a college.
So somebody will put him on a on like that coaching, like maybe Florida State. Maybe they'll say, "Hey, come on over. We got some space for you. Maybe you can work. Maybe you can help our quarterback out here."
You know what? Now I think about it, I don't think nobody's gonna do that. not with the stuff that he's accused of. I don't think anybody wants to be bothered with him. To be honest, it's gonna be put like it's gonna be very hard for him to get any kind of job after Tampa Bay cuts bait with him. But somebody as a quarterback, somebody will give him another chance probably. But then,
Well, he'll be a backup. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like somebody's gonna give him a chance. Like he could be Aaron Rodgers' backup. So he can go to Detroit. He can go to Indy. He can go to. I don't know if New England will handle him.
nah, probably not. You
I
never
just
know.
don't
You
want him
never
to
know
go
with
again.
them. You never know who they choose to to sign or not sign. New England's a little funny like that. You never know. Um, but
Yeah, but this quarterback that we have, they want it. So
mm.
I'm happy we have him. Except for that.
Are you happy? Nah. Just want to know real quick. Congratulations to the Boston Red Sox for winning another World Series.
Why? F them.
They beat the Dodgers 4-1.
F them.
Um,
They're cheaters. Did you see? Did you see? I think one of the players was patting his chest after the win. His hand was sticking to his goddamn shirt.
really?
Yeah,
Really?
they played it in
maybe,
slow motion. I'm like, yo, why is his hand sticking to his shirt? I
maybe
was like,
he
he's putting that shit in his hand.
maybe he was just digging in his ass right before that, and it got he had a little shit on
Yo,
his hands.
they got caught doing that before though. And
Trying to
the
get mad
MLB's is
Saturday.
like yeah, we caught you. We're not gonna do anything about it. We just know you did it. That's it.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I mean, it's against the rules, obviously, but I really don't care either. I mean, maybe if I followed the sport better, I'd probably be more.
What if everyone did it? You know what I'm saying? Like if nobody cares, then why not? I want to do
You know why? You know why they don't
it.
care? Because I mean, they the baseball does okay, but they could do better. You know what I mean? They're like the third. They're like number three as far as the major sports teams. So they probably like whatever. Just I don't know,
When it
but
comes to ratings,
yeah.
they're like when it comes to ratings, they're number two.
Behind what, football only?
Yeah, behind football, they got more. They get more ratings than the NBA.
They probably get more regional ratings. I gotta check that. But
Yeah,
as
they
far
what you go? They bring in more money than basketball too.
hmm,
They're number two. Basketball is a distant third. Distant.
hmm,
Like it's not even close. It's
hmm,
football number one and baseball then like way back is basketball. Baseball still draws a lot of goddamn money.
hmm. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess they do with the big contracts they be giving out too. They be giving out some crazy contracts too, so they got to be making money. Um,
Yeah, so I don't feel bad when people say, "Hey, baseball's like this." I was like, "Well, people still watch the crap.
yeah.
I can't watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's boring. I can't watch it.
I can
I
watch
can
the
only watch I
Yankees
can only
during the
watch
playoffs.
highlights.
I can watch the Yankees during the playoffs, and that's it. I don't watch very many regular season games, and I certainly don't watch any other team. So yeah, I don't know where all that money's coming from. I mean that's just me, but I don't know. Is there gonna be like
Advertisers, it comes from everywhere. Like the players aren't really as known because maybe we're jaded because the players aren't as known as football players or basketball
right,
players. Basketball players are more known than football players and baseball players.
right?
That's
Basketball's
without
most
that's
famous,
without
right?
question.
Right.
LeBron James, like the number one baseball player, Mike Trout, is not more known than LeBron James.
Right. He's not more known than Bryce Harper. He's not more known than other players in his sport, let alone
Yeah,
LeBron James.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's not about the players; it's about the game.
Yeah.
People still just like the game, and it's an older crowd, and they still spend. Older people spend more money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can target your sport or whatever towards young people, but young people don't spend money. Older people do.
And it's funny because my dad's a big baseball fan. He can watch pretty much any game that's on, but yeah, like that like once that generation is like gone, like let's see what happens like 20, 30 years from now. How if baseball's still doing as well as they're doing.
It won't be. It'll be soccer.
I can't
Soccer will take its
imagine.
place.
Yeah, I can't imagine it being quite as as popular, but we'll see.
I can guarantee you that in 30 years, soccer will be number one in this country.
I don't know about that.
It'll be number one in this country because football is already starting to lose fans because of a whole bunch of different issues. Um, most the biggest thing is the concussion thing and the kind of the pussification of the game. So that's football in 30 years is not going to be the same.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna be the same. I just don't see soccer being number one ever. Not in this
Soccer's
country.
already growing,
Not in this.
in this
It's
country.
definitely growing. It's definitely growing, but I just don't see it
So
being number one.
I think it's going to. I think it's already growing. A lot of kids are doing it. A lot of kids are not playing football. If they when they play it, then it's going to grow even more. You know what I'm saying? So people are going to start watching it, and it's we can only keep it out of this country for so long before it just takes hold. But another sport that's growing is ultimate fighting, right?
Lacrosse? No. Oh. Nah.
Ultimate
Oh
fighting
yeah,
is
yeah,
going
yeah.
is
Definitely.
going. Boxing is going to be non-existent. Nobody's going to care about boxing in
From
30
from
years.
what I hear though, boxing is making a little bit of pushback, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's ever gonna be non-existent, but yeah,
Well, it's
UFC.
the,
I think UFC already surpassed it, to be honest. But
well UFC has already surpassed it.
yeah,
Like
it's already surpassed it.
as far as revenue, it's already past
Yeah,
boxing.
but
And
well, a
it,
big boxing fight still goes for more than a big UFC fight. But
well, that's because that's because of the that's because it still draws in revenue, but not like it used to be. You know
right,
what I'm saying? And all the big money fighters are old.
yeah,
Floyd Mayweather is a big money fighter. Can you name anybody outside of him that's a
nope,
big money fighter? None.
nope.
Can't name anybody outside of Floyd Mayweather that's a big money fighter that's in their 20s or a heavyweight. You need heavyweights. That's what
Yeah,
people pay to
right.
see.
Heavyweights.
When was the last time you had a great heavyweight that come out of nowhere like a Mike Tyson
And,
or a Lennox Lewis?
and not only that, it's not just the fact that we don't have one great, but it's that there's nobody else. There's not. You need at least two of them. You know what I mean? You need at least two great fighters for somebody to, because like you need that one great fighter, but you need another great fighter to combat that guy too. So like, it's just yeah, it's like UFC's got a lot of good fighters now, and you know, and
Well, well,
even
well,
though they're not sure of their controversies with drug tests and stuff like that, but they're still really good.
yeah, you have a bunch of fighters, and it's not ruled by two people. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like boxing is corrupt.
Yes.
It's been corrupt. It's one
Right.
of the most corrupt things one of the most corrupt sports that still is on television. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it's corrupt. It's ruled by two people. Once Don King and Bob Arum pass away, then it'll be a power vacuum where like probably everything will be run by Oscar De La Hoya. Because he has Golden Boy Entertainment, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, like once those two guys, you don't need. That's the thing. Why are these two guys still relevant?
I didn't know they were, to be
You don't need a
honest.
promoter.
I didn't know
You
Don
don't.
King was still relevant.
Don King, he promotes fight. Why do you need a promoter?
Right.
You don't need a promoter. Television promotes.
Right. Right.
Bob Arum, why is he still relevant? Why are any of these guys relevant at all? Like they're dinosaurs of a medium that does not exist anymore. You don't need him to go to anybody.
Right.
You can go to TV. Like you don't
Right.
need. You can go to the internet.
Right.
Fucking need Don King
Right.
for?
You can promote yourself. Like just be Conor McGregor. Like Conor McGregor promotes himself really, and he's a big reason why the UFC is doing so well. So
Well, the UFC was doing well before him. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
UFC is really good at. Uh, Dana White, the guy who owned
yeah.
it
Dana
before he
White's
sold it,
another big reason, huge reason. Right.
he got them. He pretty much promoted that league when he bought it.
Mm-hmm.
He bought it for fucking $3 million. He
Right.
sold it for like a
It's
billion.
so no, I think 4 billion.
Oh, 4 billion?
I believe
Jesus.
so. Yeah, I believe it was like four
Yeah,
billion.
like you know what I'm saying? Like, he made it so that every like he promoted it so that all the best fighters are there. There's no bad fight. If there's a bad fight, he kicks a guy out.
Right, right.
Like back when they had the first UFC, which I bought on tape. Back when they
Wow.
had Ken Shamrock and Hoist Gracie. Ken Shamrock, when he fought, you know what I'm saying? Like he was box office when he fought because he looked like a wrestler and he was all
Mm-hmm.
big and shit. But like when Dana White took over and Ken Shamrock had a fight and he had a real sucky fight, and he was like, "I'll go out there and kick his ass myself. Like, get his
Wow.
old ass out of here."
Right. Wow. Um, All right.
All right.
So
Well,
we'll
next
move
subject, we'll
on.
talk about football.
All right. Well, I got two. I got two. Well, one is a football subject, but it's more of a Cleveland subject. So, um, the Cavaliers fired Tyronn Lue this week after 0-6 start, and the Cleveland Browns fired Hugh Jackson and Todd Haley this week, and they put Greg Williams as the interim, and and Cleveland the Cavaliers put Larry Drew as their interim. What's his name? Larry Drew? I forgot that guy's name, but so that's who's the two interims are anyway.
Greg Williams, that team is going to start popping motherfuckers' heads off now.
Well, the reason why they did that was because the offense was struggling and the defense is in the top 10. So the defense has been really good. Matter of fact, their rookie corner Ward, he's like leading the league in interceptions. I think still. So like their defense is definitely playing well. So they gotta. I mean, I don't know if I would fire them now. I mean, certainly not both of them. I would have fired at least one of them, maybe, but I wouldn't have fired both of the offensive guys on the team to finish the season. Like I would at least let one of them hang around because you got a rookie quarterback that you gotta be careful when you do stuff like that when you have a rookie quarterback. You should at least let him finish out the season. Unless they was really screwing him up so bad. I mean, because how good y'all thought he was gonna look anyway? Personally, I didn't think he was a number one pick, and not only that, he's still a rookie, so he's gonna struggle. Like all the rookies are struggling. Some of them look good in games. Like Baker Mayfield looks good sometimes. Darnold looks good sometimes. Rosen looks good sometimes. They're all gonna struggle. So it's like, what kind of expectations did you have? You know what I mean? For you to fire the coach. The only thing I will say is, like Hugh Jackson was like, he's terrible in front of the media. Like he kept reminding everybody all year that I'm the coach. I'm the coach. Like you could tell him and Ty Haley was
Todd
bumping
Haley didn't get
heads,
along.
and you can't do that. First he was doing it in Hard Knocks, and then during the season he's like, yeah, like last week he said he was gonna be more involved with the offense because they're struggling and it shouldn't be, and he's like, I know offense and I'd be crazy to sit here and just let this keep happening. So people took that as him taking over the play calling. He never said he was taking over the play calling. Like I was listening to Colin Cowherd, and they were clowning him because they said, "Oh, you said you gonna take over the play calling, and then you backtrack the next day." I'm like, he never. First of all, he never said he was taking over the play calling. All he said was he's gonna get more involved because they're struggling and there's no reason for it, and he knows what he's doing. He was like, "I'm the head coach," and he just kept saying, "I'm the head coach." I'm like, that's the part where I was just like, why do you keep reminding us you're the head coach? You're not going to be the head coach much longer, first of all. And second of all, by you saying that makes you look bad. Like it's like you're trying to convince us that you're the head coach. like shut up. But
So
yeah.
he'll never be a head coach again. So you
Nope.
keep saying it.
Nope. he at best he'll be another offensive coordinator somewhere, but he'll never be the head coach anywhere else.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's more of a running backs guy. He's a so he'll probably be offensive coordinator unless he wants to do the college thing, like Lovie Smith, who has a full gray beard now.
And
Looks like James Amos.
and Herm Edwards. Herm Edwards.
He's in college.
And not only that, but I heard he's doing well. I can't remember. I don't know if it's
I
Washington.
thought he was
State
still
or
an
something.
NFL countdown.
No, I think this is second year as a college head coach. I can't. I don't know if it's like Washington State or something like that. But I heard that under him they're doing pretty well. I mean, I don't think they're like an
Arizona. He's in Arizona State.
Arizona State. Yeah.
I just saw him.
You probably
I
saw.
don't understand. See,
from we played to win the game. You probably saw that.
yeah, he's from Jersey. I didn't know
I
he's from
didn't know
Jersey.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I don't know. He should go back to Hugh Jackson. He should go he should get whatever job he can get because it's gonna be hard for him to find another job. Like Cleveland was terrible under his regime. So
Yeah, so he's gonna have to take a college job or maybe an NFL job as a coordinator, and maybe he'll spend the rest of his career as a coordinator. He'll never coach a team again. But
no.
I don't have any faith in any Cleveland quarterback except for one.
Who's that?
Any Cleveland coach except for one.
Bill Belichick.
Yep.
Yeah, well, he
You
was
know what I'm saying? Pat
he
Shermer, he's
he did
another
make the
one. He was a go.
playoffs. He did make the playoffs while he was there.
Yeah, he
Yes,
did.
yes. I didn't know Pat Shermer was a head coach before. I didn't know that until recently when I can't remember what the guy's name. It's an ex player for the Eagles. I can't remember the name. He was talking about he's like Giants. They're gonna be terrible. This was before the season started. And this was on Colin Cowherd. I listen to Colin Cowherd a lot. He was like terrible. He was like they're gonna be terrible. He was like, why do you think they're gonna be terrible? He was like not even just half decent. He's like, no, they're gonna be terrible. He was like, Pat Sherman's not a good coach. He was like, look at his record. He's not a good coach. He's a good guy, but he's not a good coach. Like I was like, damn. He looked like he was right. he was dead on with that one. I didn't think the Giants were gonna be this bad. So
Well, yeah, our offensive coordinator is Mike Shula, who was, who was offensive coordinator in defensive-minded teams like Tampa Bay from 99 to 96, 99.
yeah,
Well, how much of an offensive team were they back in
right.
96, 99?
Not very good offensive team at all.
Not great at all, okay? And the Carolina Panthers from 2013 to 2017. Now, Carolina, that was more of a defensive-minded team.
Another defensive minded team, right?
And when they went to the Super Bowl, when they had that 15-1, their offense wasn't what got them there.
No,
It was Cam Newton.
it was the run. They had a good running game
Yeah.
by the quarterback and the running backs, but yeah, it wasn't the most sophisticated offense. Right now, their offense looks a lot better, and Cam Newton is passing percentage is way up from his career. So their offensive coordinator is
Who?
I can't even think of the guy's name. He was San Diego's coach. He was Washington's coach. What's
North
that?
Turner?
North Turner, yeah. North Turner is the offensive coordinator now. So yeah, that's who they have. So he's a good offensive coordinator. So he's making Cam look a lot better than he ever did. Really, to be honest. I mean, people will say his MVP season was I think as far as passing, this might be his best season. And they're over 500. They beat Baltimore this weekend. They're pretty good. I mean, Carolina is always like right there. They're up and down as far as like the playoffs, but they're always competitive. They're always right there. So, and even though Cam can
Well, the
sometimes
Saints are going to run away with that division.
oh shit, they almost already have. The Saints might go to the Super Bowl, bro. Like
I don't think so.
The Rams. I think is the favorites are the favorites right now, obviously. But
The Rams are favorites, but I think the Rams are going to. I think the Rams will beat the Saints if they meet up in the.
especially since it's gonna most likely be in LA. But New Orleans only one game behind them, so the Rams still got to play Kansas City. So we don't know how that's gonna be. Like whoever gets put it like this, if New Orleans gets home field, then that could be interesting because New Orleans is a really good home team. So they always has been since Drew Brees been there. So if you get them in New Orleans, then that's a whole different story. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen after that.
Well, the Rams have that game manager out there,
There we go.
quarterback, and Todd Gurley's going to be the MVP. I think.
Yeah, he probably
so
will be. He got like 14 touchdowns or something like that. He's
I
probably
think
the MVP. Yeah.
yeah.
Either him or Pat Mahomes. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to not give it to Mahomes if he keeps.
It'd be fun to give it Tom Brady again.
Then I'd be pissed off. I like Brady. I'd be like, what the hell are y'all doing? I didn't think he should have got it last year. I don't think he should have got it last year. I thought they should have gave it to Carson Wentz, even though he got hurt. Still thought they should have gave it to him. But it's hard to argue.
Brady, in my mind, Brady has three. He has three MVPs in real life. Brady has three. In my mind, he only deserved one.
And that's the year when they were 16-0.
Yeah, he like the one after that. He got in 2012 or something like that. He wasn't even the best. He wasn't even the best quarterback in his division at that point. Not his division, his conference at that point.
Okay.
Yeah, like it wasn't a bad season. It was a Tom Brady season, but it wasn't like an MVP season.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't think he deserved it last year. Like,
And
so
last year it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
and again, I like Tom Brady. I like the Patriots. I'm not a Patriots hater or nothing like that. And I do think Brady's, the
We
greatest.
all know you want Tom Brady in your face, okay? So go ahead.
But yeah, I don't
That's not a
like.
good
I
visual.
couldn't believe. I don't believe he should have got MVP. So, real quick, I want to go back to the Cavs firing Tyronn Lue.
All the
I'm
sniper.
like, I'm like, damn. I'm like, I don't know why. Look, y'all wanted to fire him because why y'all just start fresh at the beginning of the season? I guess they're like, well, let's let them give us a reason. I'm like, yeah, y'all they owe us 6, and that's bad, but. I'm like, come on now, y'all lost the greatest player of all time. I mean, well, one of the greatest players of all time.
I was like,
And
whoa.
I
We're
meant
not
to
gonna
say,
have that debate, are we?
I meant to say the best player in the league, but
Yeah.
I was just calling Brady the best player of all time. So that was still in my head. Y'all talk about the best player in the league. Y'all just lost him, and like y'all couldn't at least give him time to regroup. Kevin Love was hurt. I'm like, come on, like Kevin Love missed like 3 of those 6 games. So like, come on now, give him at least a good 25 games. Give him something. Give him a chance to turn it around. You know you're not making the playoffs. You know you're not that good this year. You might as well at least give him 25 games or so to see if you can turn things around. But they just wanted him out. It appears they didn't want him there. He wasn't their guy anyway. He was LeBron's guy. Like LeBron hired him, so I guess they said, well, let's just. I'm kind of surprised they re-signed Kevin Love. I thought they were just gonna blow it
Well,
up completely.
they don't have anybody. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Love he's already there. He'll stay there. He's still in his 20s.
Mm.
So they said, might as well just sign this guy. He can, you know what I'm
So
saying? Like have this.
he's got to be like 28, 29 though now, right?
No, he's only 24. Nah,
No. He came in the league when he was 17 and shit, 16. But yeah, he's got to be I think he's got to be like 28, 29 then, like, because he's been in the league for a minute and
10 years.
yeah, 10 years. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have fired him just yet, but I guess they figured like we're just gonna start fresh. But
Oh
I
no,
mean,
this season he's turning 30.
okay, so he's like so that I mean not him, but that like they'd been better off letting Tyronn stay so they can get well they're gonna get a top 3 pick anyway. Like they're gonna be one of the worst teams in the league anyway. So I didn't think they were gonna be that bad. I gave them around 30 wins. I didn't think they were gonna be the worst because they do have Kevin Love and they got the young point guard who looked like he's gonna be pretty good, but they don't even start him.
Sexton.
Yeah, Sexton, but they don't even start him, and he's not really making much noise. So I guess they're right in not starting him. um, but
You have to wait for a minute. You know what I'm saying? You got to see what.
I'm not saying he sucks, but what I'm saying is, as of right now, if he's not making noise, he may not be earning the spot. You know what I mean? So he still got time to earn it, but maybe he's just not earning it. So they said, well, George Hill's gonna start for now, and, and we'll see what happens as the season goes. Speaking of rookies, real quick, yeah, Luka Doncic looks pretty good. He's not like lighting it up, but every time I see his stat line, he's like got 18 points. He's got like 6 assists. He's got like 6 boards. Like he's doing solid. Like he looks pretty good. I seen him make a couple of highlight passes, a couple of highlight plays. Trey Young is up and down. He had a big 35
He
point
averages
game.
20 points. 20
Who, Luka
points.
Doncic?
Yeah, 20
Oh, okay.
points, 4 assists, six rebounds.
Yeah, he's a good all around offensive player. So he's
That's
um
that's why I wanted him. But, you
yeah.
know, Kevin Knox. Finish what you were saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't fucking interrupt me. Nah. Yeah, yeah, I would have loved to have Luka Doncic over Kevin Knox, but Kevin Knox is what I mean. I'm happy with Kevin Knox considering where we got him at. But yeah, if Luka Doncic was there, then Trey Young is up and down. He had a couple of good games. I know he had like a 35 point game, and he's up and down. He's still he runs the offense. You know what I mean? He's not. He's definitely a good point guard. but his scoring isn't consistent. You would think it would be doing a little better since they don't have a lot of offense over there. But
Well, I have to tell you, he's averaging 18 and 7.
okay, all right, yeah, that's.
Wow. Okay. That's surprising to me. I'm sorry.
I'm not surprised. I
I'm
thought
surprised. I didn't say anything about you. Go ahead.
fair enough. I thought he was. If I had to guess, I thought he would be averaging like 14, 15 a game. So 18 is 18 is good. 18 and 7 is pretty good. So, who else? Any other rookies out there making noise?
um, I was looking at
Go
his
ahead.
name from Phoenix. I forgot his name.
DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, I was just about to say. Yeah, he's looking the most. He's looking the best. Him and Luka Doncic both look really good actually. It's gonna be interesting to see who gets rookie of the year because it's a lot of good
Yeah,
it's
because
pretty a lot of pretty good rookies. Yeah.
you got a bunch of really good rookies. You know what I'm saying? He's averaging 17 and 10.
Okay. All right.
How about
Um,
Mo?
Mo Bamba. Yeah. I don't know. I don't hear much about him. Who's with
I would say
Orlando,
he's gonna
right?
be, huh?
Who's with Orlando, right?
He's with Orlando. I was gonna say he's gonna be next to Dikembe Mutombo.
Who the Memphis draft?
Bagley. No,
Oh,
no, no.
Bagley.
Jared Jackson. Bagley
Oh,
went to Sacramento.
okay.
Jared Jackson Jr.
Okay. I'm not hearing anything about either one of them. Bagley
I'm
or
fine.
Jared
No,
Jackson.
thank you.
While we still talking about basketball, did you see what Klay Thompson did the other day?
Yeah, Klay Thompson. He's just
He needs to go
he
somewhere
does whatever
else
he wants.
where he can do stuff like that more often. He needs to, or maybe Durant will leave like everybody says he is, and he can get his number two spot back because he's too good to be doing that like once a season. You know what I mean? Like he's capable of doing scoring more consistently like that. I mean, not like 52 points. Okay, if y'all don't know, he had 52 points. And he broke the record for most 3-pointers in the game. We had 14. He had like 10 at halftime or something like that. And and,
The stat that amazed me, I think Stephen A. Smith pointed this out, was the dude actually he had the ball in his hand for a grand total of 92 seconds.
yeah, he does. Yeah, he catches it. He shoots. He doesn't dribble much, and that's his game. He doesn't dribble. He catches it. He shoots. He may dribble once or twice, and he shoots. You know, that's Clay. Yeah, he don't mess around with the basketball. Between like that team within a week span, like Stephen Curry had a 50-point game. Kevin Durant had a 41-point game. And Klay Thompson had 52. So like, I guess they're trying to one up each other because they ain't got nothing else to play for. So they might as well just try to outdo each other on the team and just kick the shit out of everybody else in the meantime. They would be in Chicago 92-50 at halftime.
Yeah, I saw that.
At 129 to like 90 or something like that at the end of the third. I don't even know what the final score of that game was, but I was like, damn, like come on, Chicago. Like no NBA team should lose that bad. I don't care who it is. I don't care if you're the worst team playing against the best team. It shouldn't happen. It
Yeah,
shouldn't be that lopsided.
that shouldn't. I mean, getting blown out by 20 or something like that. That should be what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like you make it look respectable.
Right,
You make a blowout look respectable. You can lose
right,
by 20
right.
and make it look respectable because you played. You know what I'm saying? But like
When you're losing by like
that
50,
that just shows that you didn't give a fuck at all.
right? Like you could not as the worst team against the best team still look that bad. Like everybody has bad nights, but when you're down by 40 or 50 points, that's unacceptable.
And it just shows that the Chicago Bulls organization is just a bad organization. They scare off coaches. I think it has to do with the ownership of the team.
Yeah, they scared off Phil Jackson for crying out loud.
If Phil Jackson, Phil Jackson doesn't like they don't like him, and he doesn't like them. The
Right.
owners, the Reinsdorf, whatever,
Yeah.
and now it goes to the other coach. I forget the guy's name.
Tom Thibodeau, you talking about?
Thibodeau, yeah. So because they said they couldn't control him, but okay, now you got full control of Fred Hoiberg. There you go.
Is that who they have still? They still got
Fred
Fred.
Hoiberg. Yes, they have Fred
Oh, okay.
Hoiberg.
Oh, okay.
You have full control of him. So have fun with that.
Yeah, they look like shit. Even though I like marketing, they're young. They're young. Big man.
They're gonna get rid of him because how many power forwards do you need in the team? They just drafted another one.
I don't
They
even
got
know who
Wendell
else they
Carter
have.
Jr. They have okay. They have Wendell Carter Jr. They have marketing. They have Bobby Porter. They have the guy Bobby Porter punched the shit out of. Still, no, they traded him.
Oh, they did.
Remember, he said he wants to go back to his country after he got punched.
Oh yeah. He was like, don't do that. Like he's like, don't do that where I'm from. Over there, they just
Because
play
I
basketball.
want to go home.
That's
He on the plane with a black eye, just so need this.
um, the Lakers are still kind of struggling. They won 2 games once Rondo got suspended. With Lonzo Ball as the starter, Lonzo Ball is really good. Lonzo Ball has emerged as their best 3-point shooter, it appears. And so now Lonzo Ball's starting again. And even with Rondo back, Brandon Ingram came back. They lost to the Spurs again the other day, and they lost to Minnesota yesterday.
What
They
happened to
still,
LeVar?
I don't know, but don't even mention him. As long as he don't bring him up because he's gonna pop up again. Like, I haven't heard shit from him. Let's just keep it that way.
Well, he took a
uh,
picture with Kanye, so there you go.
oh well, yeah. Well, I don't got nothing to say about
And
that.
he towers over Kanye too, because
Really,
Kanye's like our height, and Lonzo, what you call LeVar
Lamar.
Ball is like 6'5".
Yeah, he's pretty tall. I saw him. I saw him in person when I went to the Knicks game with my dad. The Knicks and Laker game last year.
Did you give him a hug?
I saw him limping. He got a bad limp. I saw him limping hard, walking through the hallway in the
He just
other
got an old
image.
black man walk. That's all.
Yeah, he does. He really does.
he got sugar foot. That's all.
Sugarfoot.
That's all that
That's
is.
basically that's what it looked like. But yeah, he's pretty big dude. As far as basketball, I think that's all I got for basketball. Lakers struggling, but it's still early. Like, oh, by the way, Kyle Kuzma, I saw something today. He says I deserve to be starting. I'm
Oh,
like,
he was.
no, Ingram and LeBron are the forwards. Lonzo Ball and Jason Hart now are the guards, and McGee is the center. McGee's been playing. McGee's averaging like damn near 20 points a game with the, but
If
Kuzma's
I'm,
gonna be a problem.
yeah, I'm sorry. Ingram, he's just not really that good.
He's not. It's not there. Like I keep waiting to see what he's gonna be. It's his third season, and he's okay. You know what I mean? I think Kuzma's better right
Yeah,
now.
Kuzma's definitely
Kuzma's
better. It's not even like what? Why did they trap Ingram so high? I don't see anything that
well,
I see
because
Kevin Durant. Why? I don't
well,
see
because
that.
I mean he can shoot and he's really tall. I see why they did it, but it's just not working out. Like he shows flashes of it. Like, I've seen a couple of games where he looks really good, but he's not consistent at
I've
all.
not seen. You watch them. I don't watch them. I I don't really see anything in this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe every once in a while, like the same thing you said. Maybe once in a while, you get like a 20-point game.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't see. I don't. I'm with you though. I don't see it consistently. Like I see. I mean, I see why they want to believe in him. But me personally, I'm like, no. Put Kyle
Not
Kuzma.
not as a
Start Kyle Kuzma.
superstar.
Start Kyle Kuzma. Yeah,
Yeah, he's not. I don't see him as a superstar. I see him as a pretty decent.
a marginal
He's
player.
averaging right now. He's averaging 17 and 4,
Yeah, he's not.
one
Yeah,
assist a game.
he's not. You know, and LeBron has kind of took him under his wing because LeBron thought to say that LeBron thought he was gonna be. You know, want him to be the guy. You know, he wants him to be the scorer, but Kyle Kuzma, man, Kyle Kuzma is balling. And they may have to make that change. They should make that change. Let Brandon Ingram earn it. I mean, 17 points a game is still good, but Like I think Kyle Kuzma's
He's still
better.
good, but not for what they drafted and what they expected him.
Right. Kyle Kuzma,
But
I say bench him. A lot of fire under him. If y'all think that he's gonna be that good, then bench him and light a fire under him. See if he responds to that. But I think Kyle Kuzma's got a point. Now, should he say it through the media? Probably not. But because now it looks like we got some issues in L.A. You know what I mean? Now, but I agree with him. Start him. He's been playing better. So
and don't mean to toot the Knicks horn, but if Tim Hardaway keeps playing like this, he's going to make the All Star game.
yeah, I'm just waiting for him to not play like that anymore. Like uh, I hope this
He
is
needs.
here to stay.
Do I think he can? Do? That's another question I want to ask you. Do you think he can keep this up throughout the entire season?
I don't think so. I don't think he can. I think he's gonna be hot for a while. I think something's gonna happen, and then he's just gonna
He's
fall
gonna
off the
get
map.
hurt.
He's gonna fall off the map. Either he's gonna get hurt or something's gonna happen, and then all of a sudden he's gonna be really inconsistent again. But I don't believe it. Right? I don't believe it yet. I believe he's very streaky. He goes through nice 10 game stretches where he plays as well, but. Maybe he's just doing it because last year he was the exact opposite of this to start the season. He was terrible, but so we'll see. Well, if midway through the season he's still playing like this, then I'll start to believe. Start to believe, but I'm not expecting it yet. Okay, so back to Tim Hardaway. We just had some technical difficulties, so we're back. All right. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be consistent like that, so we'll see. But I do like the starting lineup they got going right now with all the young players. They got Dodson, Hardaway, Frank Ntilikina, Vonleh, and Mitchell Robinson. But
He even said
timeout
Frank
again.
Ntilikina even said he was
Timeout again.
he said
Timeout. Like I was saying, I like the Knicks starting line. They got all the young guys playing. I wonder if Kevin Knox is gonna start when he comes back. They probably, but I don't. I guess they'll probably put Dotson on the bench and put Hardaway at the 2. Maybe I don't know, but looks like they're trying to experiment with all the young players. But the last 2 games, I like the way they played.
And I think that Kevin Knox is the type of guy you want to start. He needs to get the feel for the game. I would want him in there just for get game experience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't keep him on the bench. Keep 10, 15 minutes. Put him in there and then mix it up. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. Get hot. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to play in these and get these minutes out of your system.
Right.
So that next year there's no mistaking. Like you're going to be the starter when we get Porzingis back. The reason I think Tim Hardaway's playing so good, going back to Tim Hardaway, the reason I think he's playing so good is he has 2 guys behind him who can really ball.
Can play,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm not getting rid of Dotson and I'm not getting rid of Trier.
Right.
You know, gonna have both of them, right?
Right.
So he. So Tim, you're averaging 25 a game now, 24, 25 a game. I think you better keep it going.
Yeah, it's in your best interest because Dotson is definitely coming on strong.
Keep it going.
Dotson's definitely coming on strong, and they said he's shooting like 40% from 3-point range. So I'm like, all right, y'all, he's definitely you better keep your shit together, Timmy, because they coming. Now I really can't wait to see what they look like when Porzingis comes back because you got a dominant guy like him, and then you got a bunch of guys that can shoot. Like I can't wait to see what I think we do got a bright future. All right, let's jump back.
And Zion Williams. I'll talk about him really quickly because this dude is just dunking the shit out of that ball.
All right, I'm losing you again. Timeout.
Yeah, Zion Williamson. This dude is 6'7", 285. He's dunking the shit out the ball. He's dominant. He reminds me of Shaq. So I'm not sure, like if we landed him. By the way, he's born 20 years after you. That's funny as hell, ain't it? I was looking at his profile. He's got your birthday, but yeah, like this guy. I just saw some highlights of him playing at Duke, he's just dunking the shit out the ball. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Before I'm like, does he have a lot of stock? We talked about him before,
Yeah.
like plenty of times. Does he have a lot of stock? Because he can't shoot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know this guy can't. You know that. You know for damn well he cannot shoot.
Yeah, I haven't seen him play much, but yeah, I've never seen him take a jump shot ever.
Yeah, I just see him just completely dogging guys on down low. Now, if we got like say we got the number 2 pick, and RJ Barrett went number 1, uh, I would have to take him.
Yeah, you
There's
gotta take
no
him. You gotta
way.
take him.
You know what I'm saying? There's no way I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like even though this dude has what's his face from Cleveland, number 1 overall pick a couple
Anthony
years
Bennett.
ago.
Anthony
Yeah,
Bennett.
he has Anthony Bennett written all over him.
Damn. Does he play
But
D?
he
Does
also
play
has
anything
Charles
else?
Barkley. Yeah, he also has like Charles Barkley written all over him too.
What position does he play?
He's playing power forward. It's 6'7", 285. He has to play power forward.
Yeah.
There's no way he's playing anything else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got. Yeah, I mean, and you got, like you said, got to take him. I mean, if he's that good still, and he's there. RJ Barrett, what position he play? Because I don't follow
Point guard.
college. Oh, okay. So what if we
He's
got
the
the
point
number
guard.
one?
They're two.
What if we got the number 1 pick? What would you do?
RJ Barrett. You gotta pick the point guard. You gotta pick him. Even though Frank Ntilikina is playing really well right now, he's playing well. You pick RJ Barrett. He's 6'6" point guard who can move. Like Frank Ntilikina, he doesn't have, even though he's the same height, same weight that RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett has a longer reach. He's quicker.
Longer than Frank. Damn, that's pretty good.
Yes,
That's impressive.
he has long arms.
Because Frank, like, he has like a 7 foot, like a 7'4" wingspan.
But yeah, this guy he's quicker. He can't play defense like Frank.
Of course not. But he's a better scorer, right?
He's a scorer and passer.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's kind of reminiscent of Penny Hardaway.
Okay. Is there a third person after those two?
I'm not sure, but I know that those two guys are the number 1 and the number 2.
Yeah, those are the only ones I know about. I haven't even watched a college highlight yet. I don't watch highlights anymore. Like I watch NBA, NFL highlights. That's it. And I certainly don't watch SportsCenter anymore. Do you still watch SportsCenter?
I haven't watched SportsCenter in years.
Yeah, me neither. Like how did that? I don't even know when I stopped. I just realized one day when somebody said they was like nobody watches SportsCenter anymore. I was like, yes they. I was like, wait a minute, I don't watch SportsCenter anymore. Yeah, I used to. Yeah, I went from watching all of it. I used to watch it. I used to get up in the morning and just let it run all day on my TV.
Yeah, I used to do the same thing. I used to have ESPN on all day, just watch SportsCenter. I haven't turned on ESPN. I don't turn on ESPN. I don't even know what channel it's on.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know when it happened. Then I started just watching the top 10, and then now I just don't watch nothing at all. Like I don't watch SportsCenter at all. I tried to watch it like a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, I have no interest in this shit anymore. Like none. But
well, it used to be kind of interesting when you had the personalities, but
right,
now
right.
those guys aren't there anymore.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Slab, Chris Berman, all of those. Chris Berman came back, by the way, I think, but he don't do SportsCenter. But I was like Chris Berman. Hold on a second. Why is that up there? This is gonna be a very sloppy YouTube this week. But anyway, I don't even know how that got up there. How long was it up there? Okay, time out again. Did you just do that with the heart on the screen?
I did.
Oh, like what the fuck?
You're like, you got hearts on the screen now? What the fuck is going on?
I'm like, what the fuck did I do? All right, real quick, we'll talk about football because we're actually like 57 minutes in. But I'm gonna have to edit some of this shit, so it's gonna be like 55 minutes in. I want to get back to football for a minute. I want to talk about the Packer game when Packers and Rams was going, like Packers looked like the better team for 3 quarters. It was going back and forth. Then the Rams woke up. Then it turned into a bit of a mini shootout, and the Rams were up 29-27 with about 2 minutes left, and they were kicking it off to Green Bay. Give Aaron Rodgers a chance for a game-winning field goal or a game-winning touchdown. And Ty Montgomery receives the kickoff. He takes it out of the end zone, gets to the 20-yard line, and gets cracked, and he fumbled. And he tried to go head-to-head with the dude, and he got hit and fumbled. And then they lose the game. So all types of crazy storylines are coming out with this. So they're saying that before that drive, Ty Montgomery got taken out of the game or whatever, and then he was pissed off about that, not being in the game for that possession. And he was, ranting and raving on the sideline. And then they also told him, word is that they told him, to make sure you down the ball. As long as it's in the end zone, you down the ball. So to give Aaron Rodgers at the 25-yard line, and then first thing he did was take it right out of bounds and fumble. And Aaron Rodgers on the sideline was like this motherfucker, like that. He fucked up the game. The Rams, it was almost one of them Denny Green moments. We are who we thought they were, type of like they had him beat and they fucked it up. So
rest in peace, Denny Green. We didn't have to do that.
It's funny because I wouldn't even thought about that, but again, Colin Cowherd, he has this new segment where he says. He was talking about the rookie quarterbacks, talking about we are who they thought they were. And then every time he said it, they would play that clip. They are who we thought they were. But that's why it's fresh in my head. But yeah, Ty Montgomery fucked up. That's a worth cutting a player for. Now Green Bay doesn't have a lot of talent. They don't have a lot of good running backs. They don't have a lot of good anything except outside of Aaron Rodgers. So they kind of still need him. So I don't think they're gonna cut him. But I would definitely cut him.
Well, they just traded Clinton Dix. How the hell do you name somebody that?
Yeah, how does that name happen? Where's he from?
From somewhere in the South.
Yeah, probably.
Don't disrespect to my Southern listeners. Huh?
They traded him?
They traded him to the Redskins.
I didn't even know that. There's a lot of trades today. I guess the deadline was today?
Yeah, deadline was today.
Yeah, Demaryius Thomas went to who?
I don't know.
Did he go to Demaryius Thomas got traded and another good receiver got traded. Golden Tate got traded also.
Yeah, he got traded to a team that didn't need him. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Was it the
I looked at all.
Houston has Demaryius Thomas.
Right, Houston got Demaryius Thomas, which is.
The Eagles. Golden Tate went to the Eagles.
Oh, he went to the Eagles, right? Well, they did kind of need him because they were struggling in their passing game, so maybe that'll help. But all right, so yeah, and they went for third round picks, fourth round picks, and Dallas traded.
For Amari Cooper for a first round pick because Dallas is. I have no idea why Stephen Jones doesn't just take the keys from his father. Oh, we need to give him. He was a Pro Bowler 2 years ago. Why?
I don't know. I mean,
a first round pick is valuable. I'm sorry, you don't trade a first round pick for a wide receiver that hasn't had a good year in 2 seasons. You give him a fourth round pick and doesn't be happy with that.
Well, I think he's really good, but yeah, first round pick. I know Dallas is kind of desperate because they have no receivers, and Dak Prescott needs somebody, but because
there's Brian who's just sitting there.
Yeah, because in Oakland was saying that they would trade him for a second, so I guess the Cowboys said, well, we'll have to go one up because I don't know why, but I guess that's what their thinking was. And that's what they did. So I don't know. They needed a receiver. They got one. I wanted to trade a first round pick, but they needed a receiver. They got one. So whatever. That was their. They were desperate. That's what they needed at the time. So whatever. What else? Speaking of the Raiders, I just recently went to Vegas last week, and I was wearing.
Good for you.
I was wearing my For one day I wore my Marcus Allen jersey, and then another day I wore my Bo Jackson jersey. There's a lot of Raider fans already in Vegas that I guess they've been waiting for a team so bad, so they're all like, "Nice jersey, man!" Like everybody, I couldn't go nowhere on the street wearing those two jerseys without somebody saying something to me about the Raiders.
They're gonna try to rob you. That's what happened.
Nah, they were all in. They were all in on being on the Raiders. So I'm like, they ain't wasting no time being all in. They didn't even get there yet. So anyway, and the Saints beat the Vikings 30-20.
Meanwhile, Offensive Player of the Year, Kirk Cousins, was having a ridiculous season out there.
Yeah,
throwing the ball over the place.
Yeah, but yeah, see, and it's funny. I want to bring him up because I'm like, yeah, Minnesota's still a solid team and all of that, but I'm like, they're not any better really with Kirk Cousins. Like, and meanwhile the Redskins are 4-2 leading their division since he left. I'm like, I'm not, Kirk Cousins, all that damn money they gave him, like he's not worth all of that. Like, I'm glad that we didn't.
Well, he set the league on fire. He's actually having the best season than anybody in the league. Like
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not at all. Like, I think he's leading the league in yards and touchdowns.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not. But they were down. Like, this game was over. Like, they made it look respectable, and his numbers look good in this game. But in the end, they only scored 20 points, and like, I'm not this game. I'm not gonna criticize him that hard in this game because he wasn't terrible. He's not a terrible quarterback, but it's like Matt Stafford. Like, they're not. They got crazy numbers, but in the end, you're not getting any results. They're not winning the games for you. They're not doing anything when the game counts. You know what I mean? Like, the stats. Everybody's got good stats nowadays. And I don't care if he's leading the league.
No, Eli.
Yeah, well, I don't care if he's leading the league in all those categories you said. Minnesota's offense is not as good as it was under who's the guy?
Pat Shermer and
who's the quarterback?
Case Keenum.
Case Keenum, right? Like, they were better. They were better under them. and I'm just not sold on Kirk Cousins. Like,
well, he's not turning over. He's doing his job. I can't blame him for something that is out of his control. You know what I'm saying? If he's throwing the ball, he's throwing touchdowns. He's not turning the ball over. He's 70% completion percentage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's throwing the ball downfield. Like, he's doing his job. I can't blame him for for the team not performing up to par when he's obviously doing his job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not real big on him, but I can't blame him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but there's got to be
pretty much.
But there's got to be something about him that's not getting it done. Because Washington is supposed to be way worse. Now, and I can say if Washington was leading their division at 2-4, you know what I mean? They're over 500. They have a better record than the Vikings.
But the thing is, nobody predicted that this division would be this terrible. Even the Super Bowl champions aren't that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Kirk Cousins was still here, was still in Washington, they have the same results because it's this division sucks.
So. I don't think they'd be as good. I don't think.
I think so. You know what I'm saying? If you replace Alex Smith for Kirk Cousins, you're still gonna get Adrian Peterson. So I think that they do the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, Alex Smith is not having a better season. Like, statistically, he's like, Kirk Cousins isn't throwing the ball to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. Like, what can you possibly blame on him? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not making bad decisions.
There's something there that has some. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's something there that Alex Smith. Nobody thinks Alex Smith is a Super Bowl quarterback, including myself. But everywhere he goes, since Jim Harbaugh got to him, he's been successful. Kirk Cousins
Well,
has
he's
been
a
to the
game
playoffs.
manager.
Kirk Cousins, okay, but whatever it is,
I'm not
he's
going to take
getting the
anything
job
away
done.
from. I'm not going to take anything away from Alex Smith, but you can't take anything away from Kirk Cousins. He's not doing anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like he's better. He's better than the quarterback in L.A. He's better. Like there's not even a comparison.
Better
He's
than
much better
which quarterback in LA?
than Jared Goff. He's
Okay, if
better.
you say so. Prove that
But
shit.
I say so like there's
Prove that
nothing
shit,
to.
because
What you go? He's a better quarterback than him. That's period. Point blank.
that's your
He's
opinion. I disagree with it.
He's a
I don't
better
think Kirk Cousins is that
quarterback.
good.
Jared Goff is a game manager.
I don't think Kirk Cousins
What
is
you
that
call?
good. And I think Jared
Uh,
Goff is definitely better. I think Alex
he's
Smith is
not
better
better.
too.
He's just not. He's on a better
I
team,
think
but he's
Alex
not
Smith is
better.
better too.
He's not better. He's not
I
better.
think Alex
And
Smith
there's
and
no
Jared
proof.
Goff are better.
There's no proof that you can say that he's better. He's just on a better team.
Well, he's
on a better
consistent.
team.
Well, Alex Smith.
He's not consistent.
Alex
There's
Smith,
games he's
no, it's
won.
about Alex Smith.
There's game that the Rams have won where he hasn't thrown a fucking touchdown. So
Okay.
that they have a better team. You know what I'm saying? He's not even an MVP in his own team. The MVP in that team is Todd Gurley.
Okay.
So, I mean, like, there's no other way for me to say that this guy, he doesn't suck. He's just not really that great. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's good for his position. You know what I'm saying? They're running offense.
Kirk Cousins then. He's
Well,
they're
Kirk
at least equal.
Kirk Cousins throws the goddamn ball. He's leading the league in yards. He's not throwing He's not throwing interceptions. He's throwing touchdowns. So like he's doing his job. So I can't.
Okay, first of all, he can't be leading the league in touchdowns.
Well, no, he's not leading.
Mahomes
He's leading
leading
he's leading the league in yards. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's got like 16 touchdowns. He's leading the league in yards. Like he's leading the league in passer percentage. So he's not turning over the ball at all. He's doing his job. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't blame the guy for something that he has no control over. You know what I'm saying? So. But as far as him comparing him to Jared Goff, like he's better. It's not even a question now. He's clearly better.
He's not much better if he is better. I'm not.
He's clearly better. Like he's clearly like.
I don't know. I don't know.
Their team. Their team is doing better because they have a much better running back. They have a much better coach.
They have a better team.
Much better defense. They have everything better.
Minnesota actually has a better defense.
I think that he fits better. I think that Jared Goff fits better with this team because he is this is the type of team I like. He's a game manager who can give the ball to the running back. The running back can lead the league in touchdowns and yards. Like that your quarterback is a game manager when the running back leads the league in yards.
Well, when you have somebody as good as Gurley, though, Gurley's really, really damn good. So, I mean, Le'Veon Bell. Brett Roethlisberger was well established, but Le'Veon Bell is a really damn good running back. So Le'Veon Bell is just as good, and he's doing like when he's doing a lot of the things that Gurley does.
Le'Veon Bell can do other things besides just run the ball. He can catch the ball out the backfield.
That's what I'm saying. He's just as good. Gurley's too.
But another thing is that what I just said doesn't go for everyone because Phillip Rivers, when he had LaDainian Tomlinson was the best running back in the league, but Phillip Rivers was not a game manager. Phillip Rivers would throw the ball down that field, but he wasn't asked to do that those first couple of years because they had such a running back who was so great, and they had a really well balanced offense. Eli Manning too. We never had a real running back that was a dominant. Well, we had running back by committee, so he could throw the ball down the field. Was he a game manager? No, because we asked him to throw the ball down the fucking field. Alex Smith. I compare that team that y'all had in 2011.
I don't remember
that Rams team that did right now because. You had a really good defense. You had a really good running game. You didn't have a Todd Gurley. You had Frank Gore back then. You had a really good defense. You had a good coach who knew what he was doing. but you had a bunch of young players. This team has few young players, but not a lot. You know what I'm saying? They have good leadership on both sides of the ball. But their quarterback is not asked to throw the ball down the field a lot. He could do it because he has an arm, but he's not asked to do it a lot. He's asked to run the offense, manage the game, try to get those first downs, but not lead the fucking team.
Well,
You know,
yesterday he had to make plays for them to win because they were losing. So I mean,
well,
he can do it.
there are games where he doesn't have touchdowns and they still win.
Okay.
So that's the thing. So it's not the game isn't completely on his shoulders like it would be for a Tom Brady who throws the ball, or Drew Brees who throws the ball 95% of the time, or even a Kirk Cousins who throws the ball 95% of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not incumbent upon him. That's not the offense that they're running.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like could he do that? I haven't seen it. Could he do it? Probably
I have
not.
seen it. I have seen it.
Not this season. You haven't.
Yes,
You know what I'm
have.
saying? You know, this season, you've seen Todd Gurley run the whole team.
I've
It's
seen
don't have
one
game.
week.
He's
I've
throwing
seen
the
one
ball
week Cooper Cup
500
had
yards every single game where he's throwing the ball 95% of the time, and that's his team to run where he's throwing that ball every single time down that field. Then you can't say that. You know what I'm saying?
I've
Like
seen him.
he has a running back there who's running that ball 95% of that time.
I've seen him make Cooper Cup look like the best receiver in the league. Then one week I seen him make Brandon Cooks look better than he's looked in New England and New Orleans. And I've seen.
well, what you call like? Who's that because of? Because the running back gets that passing game open. That running back gets that passing game open.
He still has to make those throws. He's still throwing the ball to those guys.
Oh, that's what the good game manager does.
Okay, but it's not just like those guys were.
That's what a good game manager does.
No.
He's a good game manager.
No, a good game manager isn't having one receiver look like a superstar one week and a superstar.
He has a bunch. He has a bunch of talent. He has a bunch of talent around him.
A game manager makes a tight end look like a superstar.
But the game isn't incumbent upon him. The game is incumbent upon the running back. That's why he's a game manager.
But I've seen games where they leaned on him to where he's made big plays. Yesterday, he had to make.
Alex Smith made big plays. Does that make him not a game manager?
Sunday, he had to make a lot of big plays.
Alex Smith made it. Alex Smith. Did he or did he not make big plays?
Alex Smith.
Ask the question.
Everybody's done it sometime, but
let me finish.
Okay.
Did Alex Smith? He made big plays last year? Did he not?
I can't recall any.
Yes. Did he not make big plays last season?
I'm sure he
made big plays. Yes, he did. Alex Smith made big plays last season. He made big plays with your team.
He made some big plays.
But that doesn't make him not a game manager.
They're very far.
Still a game manager.
Far in between. Everybody makes plays at some point.
So there you go. There goes you're using your own logic against yourself.
In this one season, because I didn't watch him much last year, but in this one season, I've seen him have at least 3 games where he has been the guy making plays down the field, making major throws down the field. At least 3 games that I've watched him. I've watched him only about 4 or 5 times.
That makes him a good game manager. That's it.
A good quarterback.
Well, he's a good game manager. He's not a great quarterback. He's not.
I don't understand how what I just said makes him a good game manager.
Why? I explained it. Do you need me to explain it again?
Because what I just said does not make him a good game manager.
Upon his success. His success comes because of the running back. The running back is the number 1 option. Todd Gurley is the MVP of that team.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Now, I'm not saying that this guy sucks. I'm not saying that this guy sucks as a quarterback. He doesn't suck. He's not a Mitch Trubisky who can't lead his team. He can. He's effective as a game manager. He's not going to be called upon to lead the team 95% of the time like most quarterbacks in this league do, especially in this era. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to do that. most quarterbacks are called to pass that ball all the time. It's West Coast offense everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But in the West Coast, but in LA, they don't run that type of offense. They run a power run. Because I've seen that offense before in your team. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that offense before. I've seen guys do that before with good clock management and good defense and throwing the ball when you can. You know what I'm saying? And running the ball
But
most.
they're more of an offensive team though. They're an offensive team though. Like I mean, because Gurley runs the ball, but he also throws it to him too. So it's like, so they're more of an offensive team. Like we weren't an offensive team. We were good.
They have a great defense. They're off. What you go? They have a great defense in a good offense. They can move the ball. You know what I'm saying? But that team is not incumbent upon him. He's a part. You know what I'm saying? He's a number two. He's a number two on that team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if he was called to lead a team, I don't believe he could do it. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs that running back. You know what I'm saying? Like Eli's kind of like that, but Eli has thrown, like when he was in his years, they put him in a position where he had to throw the ball down the goddamn field when that wasn't really his game. He should have been a game manager. That would have been much better for him. I think we have more than 2 Super Bowls, but Alex Smith, your boy. The only reason y'all lost to us is because you had Kyle Williams dropping the ball. That's the only reason y'all lost to us. I liked
He's never been heard of again.
Yeah, he's probably listening, so I don't want to. But yeah, like that's what I see. That's what I see Guy as. I don't know why you have this such. I don't know why you hate Kirk Cousins so much.
I don't hate him. I've just never been impressed by him.
Hatred. That is.
He's just. I'm not. I've just never been impressed by him. There's nothing he does to me that's impressive.
This goes long. This goes way longer than just this season. Remember a couple years ago when they were talking about Kirk Cousins coming to the 49ers? Remember that?
And I didn't want him, and I'm glad we didn't get him.
Yeah, say you didn't want him, and he's probably better than the quarterback you got.
That still remains to be seen. We don't know that. If you can say it right now because the guy only has a 8-9 game career that and he's been hurt twice.
I'll put 9 games up against Kirk Cousins, 9 games, and he blows your guy away.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I can't say that he's better than Kirk Cousins right now. He doesn't have enough games under his belt. I can't say it, but I'd rather take my chance with Garoppolo. I'm not that big on Kirk Cousins. I'm not. I just don't think he's the guy. He's an okay quarterback. Yeah, he's okay. He's okay.
Well, about this season, what's their record? I don't even look at their record. Was it 3-3 or something like that?
And there's something in 1. I don't think. Yeah, they're not. They should be better than what they are. I think with that roster.
The Jets, 37-17.
Say that again.
I can kind of see Kirk Cousins turning into a Drew Brees. To be honest with you,
it's time to end this podcast.
Him turning into kind of like a Drew Brees, like when Drew Brees retires.
Don't look at his numbers and think that, okay? Because everybody's got numbers.
What are you gonna look at with that? You know what I'm saying? What was Drew Brees before he went? Before he went to
Drew Brees was good his
New Orleans.
First couple years in San Diego, but they weren't making. But as a team, they were the same team that they are now. They make the playoffs. They don't make the playoffs. They're good one half. Even with Drew Brees there, they were the same team. San Diego has always been the same team. Are you talking?
Right now,
oh, okay. Because I can't.
Right.
Because we're losing you again.
Are you losing me?
Yeah.
We're ending.
Yeah, let's end it. We'll continue this next week. All right, y'all. It was at least one more subject I wanted to get to, but we'll talk about it next week. It won't be dated. So, all right, y'all. See y'all next week. What the hell are you talking about?